Thursday. We're going to get started. I've been tasked with podcasts. CJ and Dan in the house.
And Buddy.
And Buddy.
Doesn't know it's not bacon. Nice thumping.
Yeah, baby.
Did you get it tuned?
I got it tuned enough. It's fine. It's a bass guitar. Boom, boom, boom. So, hey.
Nobody's listening that hard.
I want to automatically promote a show. I'm going to be launching this episode right away.
Launched.
Because
like
Mickey Cucchiella.
Musk?
No, not Elon. Yes, we're going to be getting to Elon Musk today.
That's right. I forgot. I didn't watch that thing. I didn't have time today.
Okay, WISTLIN Diesel. We're going to be talking about WISTLIN Diesels. I do want to talk about WISTLIN Diesel. There's a video. I think it was. I'm going to pull up the stats.
Is that the video you sent me? Was from WISTLIN Diesel?
WISTLIN Diesel is the YouTube
Let's promote
channel.
the thing you talked about first.
The thing I want to promote. It is Mickey Cucciella's show. If you guys are near, or if you're in Chile and you want to fly to America and see a really good show, which is generally not where we're going with it. But in Hanover...
But maybe Ghana.
Maybe Ghana.
We don't have any Chileans.
In Hanover, Pennsylvania. This is an international show, so I'm hoping to hit like maybe 10 people for this specific...
Bring Sam from Saskatchewan down for the show.
I'll fly Sam.
Would you pay for their ticket if they showed up?
Sam from Saskatchewan, if his name or her name is Sam, and they're from Saskatchewan, Saskatoon.
Saskatchewan.
I will pay for their flight to come and see Mickey. The flight.
I'm just talking the ticket.
You only have 2 days to get this done. So it's in Hanover, Pennsylvania, is the Mickey Cucchiella comedy show. It's an hour and a half. CJ, Mickey Cucchiella.
He's doing some stand-up comedy.
I'm turning my phone all the way down. This is bullshit. People keep... what I wanted to promote, my personal promotion, I'm actually going to the show on Saturday, which would be Saturday, August 10th, 2024.
I won't be around.
You won't be around. That's tomorrow or the next day.
That's 2 days from now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's at the... this is a cool place. I looked it up, and like I said, I'm going. It said buy tickets. I just texted Mickey and said, I want to go, and he said, I'll get you on the list.
Yeah, so you're on the list, buddy.
Yeah.
Look at you, high roller.
So, 106 Broadway, Hanover, PA. Look up Mickey Cucchiella. And specifically, if you're looking to see a good comedy show and you're in Pennsylvania, I'm going to be going Saturday. He's playing Thursday, which is tonight, and he's playing Friday.
Which is tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. Thank you, if you're counting along. And then also he's playing Saturday. I feel like Saturday is going to be the best show.
Is he playing at the same location, all three?
Yes, same location, the 106 Broadway, Hanover, PA, 17331. And it is called the Church of Satire Comedy Club. 106 Broadway. It looks like a pretty cool stage. It's an intimate environment, and I'm looking to have bringing Lauren with me. So,
nice. Date night, huh?
Date night.
You need to find a nice place to get a meal beforehand, maybe?
Yeah, we're going to go a little early.
Have a couple drinks.
It doesn't start till 8.
Yeah, get there around 6.
Yeah.
Get dinner and some drinks. Get there ready to laugh.
Yeah. So Thursday and Friday, the tickets are a little cheaper. Saturday's a little bit more expensive.
Do you know that most comedy places are 2-drink minimums?
This one says 18 to admit and 21 BYOB.
Oh,
I just realized that. Holy crap!
Maybe bring a bottle of
getting in for free, but I got to bring my own beer. This is horse crap.
Bring a bottle of wine with you.
Oh,
it's easier.
Good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Good job, CJ.
Or a box of wine. Even easier.
Mickey Cucchiella is a Baltimore legend, and he's going to be coming in on the podcast one of these days. So I have my Connor.
Is he in town? Like I said, I saw him 2 days ago. He asked me about my tent. We put a tent up out back. I pitched a tent.
Let's call him
out back.
You want to call Connor?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's give Connor a buzz. I'm going to get the Bluetooth thing going here, and we're going to be using the DeWalt Bluetooth speaker.
It did seem to work the best.
It seemed to work pretty good, and we do have a better system set up, but it only works with Nick's phone for some reason. Nothing like paying $600 for a podcast board, and you can't use all the features. I don't know. It's just like we plug the stuff in, and everyone's like, "What? I can't hear you. Can't hear you."
Is someone calling me?
Yeah. So,
so is he staying here?
No, Connor's not in town right now. Connor left. But he's building an airplane.
Put soccer balls in your toilet.
Yeah, I threw a soccer ball at the steps. Okay, we're getting ready to call Connor here.
I thought about just peeing on the soccer ball, but I was like, nah, that's a dick
You
move.
should have just pulled it out.
I'm not touching your pee-soaked soccer ball.
That's not nice.
Clear.
Hello, who is this?
CJ!
No, that's Connor.
I was saying CJ, who do we have on the line?
I'm CJ, but this is Connor that we're calling.
Yeah. Connor.
Oh,
Welcome,
who is this?
Welcome to the I've Been Tasked With podcast.
Oh, this is a podcast? I've never heard of this
Really?
one.
Because we
what
were
is it-
just
what is
texting about how you were going to be on the podcast. You're not
Where
winning
does
this one.
Where does this stream on? I had no idea that
It's
that
on
had a
Deezer.
podcast. Where-
You should
Deezer.
You should get Deezer.
We are on Deezer. We're on
Yeah.
Podchaser, Podcaster, Listen Notes. Also, this little one known as Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh wow, I've never heard of that. Is that a new app or is it?
It could be. There's also one. It just came out a few whatever long ago. Apple podcasts. We're on that.
Apple? Isn't
Yeah.
that a fruit?
I think it's
That
a
is
Fuji.
fruit. A crapple. I like to call them crapple.
Really? I like
Nice.
Scrapple.
Ew. Ugh.
Scrapple.
I always got like a singed throat when eating scrapple. Like
It probably causes cancer pretty quickly, but
it was
tastes
like a-
delicious.
very
What is
acidic.
Scrapple again? Is
Scra-
that like?
Assholes and earlobes.
Scrapple's what's left after
sounds
they make the
delicious.
hot dogs, and then they mix it with cornmeal and heat it up.
Yeah.
It's like an Amish thing, right?
The Amish do a good version of it. Yeah.
So Connor, are you our guest tonight?
I guess.
I guess.
He guests.
I guess.
He guesses.
I seem to be.
I'm gonna turn you up a little bit on the. So what is
You already turned me on, Dan.
Thank you, Connor. That's
Dan's always doing that, isn't he?
Cut.
yeah. No, I'm not cutting that. My choice to cut. So CJ had a question for you.
Oh yeah. Where are you staying here? Like I saw you 2 days ago.
At Dan's house?
At Dan's house. I figured you were still around.
I
Right?
don't think I've ever been up to Dan's house.
Oh,
Come
boy.
on, Jesus Christ! We're just gonna hang up the phone. We had to we have to dive into something. Connor doesn't like to share his age.
That's
So-
okay.
That's okay.
I think
but
that's already happened.
what's already
I
happened.
think like 2 or 3 episodes ago. I think age,
Did we- I don't
age
think we-
happened.
Oh, age what?
I think age talk happened.
But it is still a problem. So we go to my friend's house.
I don't know if it's a problem.
I think it's a problem. We go to my friend's house, and my friends are meeting him for the first time, and they say, "Hi, how are you? I'm so and so," and he's like, "Hi, yeah, I'm so and so," and
Did he give his real name? I guess
yeah.
we don't know what his real name is.
I don't know if he gave his real name. I wasn't there for that, but they were like, they were asking like a couple questions, and then they said, "How old are you, Connor?" And he's like, "I'm definitely an age or something, some bullshit thing," and it just diminishes the trust of the conversation.
No trust.
Definitely the same name that I told Dan, so at least we're all on track with that.
Okay, we'll stick with that. We will believe at
I
the
know
moment
you as
that
Connor. I'll
Connor
go with,
is
yeah.
your name.
Connor Snowden. I'm going with.
He probably likes that
yeah.
even better.
He is Edward Snowden's brother.
Definitely not.
Hey Connor, how is that doing?
I don't think that Edward Snowden has a brother, does it?
He does. His name's Connor.
Ha! Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Hey, Connor? Did you know Mickey Cucchiella's playing? He's doing a live comedy show, and on Saturday, Friday, the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. So Connor, I had issues. I'm having issues with Connor discussing his age with my friends, and it seems to be a deadlock block. And then my friends are like, "I don't like him."
See, I like you, Connor.
I like Connor.
I don't.
Thank you.
I don't
I was
care.
going to say, I think that this has only happened twice.
3 times.
No.
No, I
actually,
could tell you,
just-
my brother's girlfriend
just-
also had the same issue,
Oh,
and
I'm
so did
pretty
families members at my brother and at my brother's house. Connor, what are you up to these days?
What am I up to? I'm bear hunting.
Gay
it's-
men?
It's no. Yeah, it's not. It's
Ha!
not.
Yeah, isn't that what they call them? Bears.
Yes.
pretty good. That was
If
pretty
I
good.
were gay, I would definitely be
Dan's
called a
delicious.
bear.
CJ would be the bear. What would I be, CJ, if I was gay?
Twink.
Oh, it's awful. That's horrible. I sound like that. I sound like that Twinkie.
That's probably wrong.
Well,
You know, 'cause
sausage party.
You would be a bottom, but I don't know if it would be.
I'm gonna throw up.
you're a taker. A bear can be both a top and a bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, we should ask Dan. He's an expert in this area.
No, I'm not. Hey,
Three straight guys talking about gay lifestyle.
Hey,
That's how
Connor.
you get the real deets.
Connor, I'm going to, have you heard of WISTLIN Diesel?
Yeah.
You have. Okay. So he just put out 3 days ago a video. Okay. And I've never seen anything get this many views. It's called WISTLIN Diesel Cybertruck Durability Test #1. It was made 6 days ago. It was made 6 days ago. It has 14 million views.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a pretty good video. They take the Cybertruck, which is a Tesla.
I got as far as them driving through the cardboard cutout of the
that was the very
Cybertruck.
beginning.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got through about 30 seconds of the video.
They F this truck up. And
I saw it. It was actually really good.
It was really good. They go over top of logs, like a pile of trees as logs, like 20 foot high. And what really threw me off on the Cybertruck was it says 11,000 pounds towing, and they hooked up just to pull the pickup truck out of the mud. The other pickup truck, because it was Cybertruck versus F-150 kind of thing.
Okay.
And they wrote, instead of F-150 in the logo, it said fucked. Because they fuck up the trucks. They just, everything is a mess. So they go to tow this other truck out, and it's 11,000 pound towing capability.
So they say.
It ripped off the truck. It was just aluminum.
The Ford.
Yeah. It ripped not the Ford. The Ford.
The Cybertruck fell apart. Yes, I believe
It
that.
doesn't have a reinforced frame. It doesn't support actual towing.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it just ripped it off. It was like a little grid of a square with some, but I guess if you're very rarely towing, you could probably, on a flat road, but that's not what towing capability is. You should compare it to other things. From what I could see, that's a 1,200 pound towing capacity.
Yeah, if it's ripping out part of your car when you do it,
yeah
that's fairly useless.
They were like, the truck's totaled now.
My piece of shit truck can do more than 1,200 pounds.
Yeah,
it was completely broken. I remember. That's actually that's a great, because the truck itself is super heavy because it's running on lithium ion, and so its whole base, or the very bottom of it, is the heaviest point. So the undercarriage, and then it has that plastic thing underneath it to keep the undercarriage clean.
I didn't think about it. It doesn't have any engine at all. That's right.
It's fully electric, isn't it?
It's electrified. It starts off with them trying to charge it, and they were like, it's not like he bought it from a dealer. He got it somewhere. He doesn't explain any of that. It was like $10,000 or something, and he got it as a testing vehicle.
Okay.
To test it out.
It's a pretty standard engineering swap C thing to do. If you're going to put on more weight, you're going to take weight out elsewhere. But the frame being aluminum is a bit ridiculous for a truck because it just doesn't.
It's really dumb looking too. It's a dumb looking vehicle.
It doesn't look attractive.
You don't look cool driving around in it.
All over the place lately, so I don't know what's up with that.
You've seen them all over the place. I haven't seen one in real life.
I've seen 3 of them recently.
No shit.
Yeah, the past couple weeks.
No shit.
I
Okay.
was driving down through DC just yesterday, and I saw 15. Not 15.
DC seems like a place where they'd be prevalent.
Every time I'm down here, I see some.
Bunch of pricks with money.
Don't know how to spend it
I
right.
thought it was crazy when I started seeing Teslas all over the place, because I was like, "Who's buying Teslas?"
I also think regular Tesla cars look stupid. So
have you driven one?
I've not driven one. We lost you. 1 second.
We lost Connor. Hold on. You're back. I don't know how that fell. Hold on, Connor.
All right, you're back.
Yeah, right. I've driven a Tesla. Connor, have you driven a Tesla?
I've driven a Tesla. I think Teslas are pretty cool, all in all, but still,
they're fast. They're super fast. I mean, I've never felt it was almost dangerous. You hit the gas and it just goes, and then it immediately slows down so quick.
That's what I heard is when you take your foot off the pedal, you don't get that just glide out that you do with a gas powered car. It just really you feel the loss of power right away.
Yeah, and it regenerates itself
Right.
But I was like, I guess that's normal. I mean, I know if I have to watch those things when I'm hauling weight. because I can't slow down that fast
Right.
with whatever 14 wheels. I'm either driving a 14-wheeler or 4 wheels or 6. I'm not doing 18-wheelers.
14's your max out.
14's my max out on my rigs right now. I mean, I can drive 18-wheelers. I just don't own. My boss doesn't own any.
I can, dude. I just don't want to.
Well, I got a license saying I can, and I did parallel park a tractor trailer on the opposite side of the road for my test.
I was going to say you probably have to do that for your testing.
But the guy didn't teach me how to do that. He taught me how to parallel park on the regular side. They were like, "Oh yeah, well, because you did so well in your road test, we're gonna fuck you on the end, and you're gonna get this one. We're gonna try to fail you." They are cops. I mean, that's what they do.
Right. And we don't like you, so
yeah,
they don't like anybody unless other cops.
I was like the opposite side of the road. When am I gonna have to do that? That's like doing algebra.
Algebra is probably easier.
Well, with the tractor trailer, you are kind of counting and looking at lines. So like there's a sticker that when the truck flexes with the other truck, you're looking for a certain reflector to line up, because that's how you're taught. It's not like, oh, you do it this way and then this other thing happens. It's you have to line up these stickers with these other stickers, and that's how that's the best way to do it. It was really weird, but you eventually learn how to do it.
Hopefully before you have to.
I can't park my truck out front on the parallel parking, but I can park it if I had a trailer on it.
We do have some neighbors that park poorly, I would say.
I think I do pretty good. You can tell by my tires; they're all white walls now.
Scrape them up
I
against
pulled
the
in
curb
today.
a little bit.
I scraped the curb hard. I almost went over it.
Give or take.
I'm gonna give you a new one, Connor. This is the To Win Nick's T-shirt. You have to get 6 of them right. Give me one character on the Howard Stern show. One name of a character.
Howard Stern.
Outside.
He got you there.
I mean,
that's not what you said.
I think
man.
you know
you
that can't count.
No,
It's kind of built into the question. A character. I will correct you. He is the host. He is the host of his show. So he's not a character. So give me character. One name of a character. There's a lot of characters. You probably could just guess any name and you might just get it. He's been on the air since I was in middle school, which is a freaking long time. It's at least 4 years.
He was on the air before that. He started in the 80s.
That's true.
But his show started probably early 90s, yeah.
Okay, so Connor, give me one name of someone.
Brandon.
I don't know of any Brandons.
Could go
I'm
with
look it up later.
Robin. Is she still on it?
Robin's on there.
She's still on it?
My favorite one, it used to be Wendy the R word, and now it's Wendy the slow adult.
Oh, good.
My God.
She's one of my favorite. And then
when Howard Stern goes woke, you know America's gone too far.
Yeah, I think so. So she's great. And then there's Bigfoot, Bigfoot's story about the postal.
Who was the producer guy that used to say Baba Booey all the time?
Baba Booey.
No.
Tom.
The fat guy.
Arnold.
The other fat guy.
Tom Arnold was just on okay. 2 weeks ago. They had a comedian follow him around all day until he fell asleep.
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang, yeah.
Yeah, he used to be on it. I think he's dead now, but he used to be on it.
Shocking.
Yeah.
If somebody said, how is he going to die? I think I could guess that.
Yeah, I think it was a overconsumption of something.
Connor, what are you watching on movies, DVDs, VHSs? What are you watching on Netflix? This is going to happen very soon. What is something that our viewers could watch that is artsy on Netflix that you would be like, most people would enjoy this?
I just watched something recently. I can't even remember what it was, but it was pretty good. It has some new shows that are out. I would always go with like a classic. Are you playing music?
Yes, I am.
Like Bridgerton? You seem like a Bridgerton fan.
No, I mean Bridgerton's okay. But I would say maybe what is it? Like Russian Doll's pretty good. I like that one.
Oh yeah.
It's a little artsy. There's a lot of death in it, so it's kind of dark. But it's funny. And it's got my favorite actress.
Yeah, what's her name?
Other than Tina Fey, obviously.
Tina Fey's great.
What the fuck was that?
My dog's hocking a loogie on you.
Get away.
Tina Fey is one of my favorite ones on Saturday Night Live.
I
Or-
think that
she's not there
one
anymore,
of the
but-
sexiest women
Come on,
alive.
dude.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Tina Fey, but it just really like she, like, you know, I don't know.
I'm just gonna let you flounder on it.
Just
No,
hit you,
no,
hit
I'm
you with
not
that hot mom vibes.
articulate it. Like, is she married? I can never remember. think
Yes,
she's
I believe
married.
she is.
Huh?
I'm sorry, you might not be able to hear me over the
It's not
bass
that
guitar,
loud.
but yes, I believe she is married.
She's married. Well, then my dreams are hopes, and there's no point in me living really anymore. So,
We're in America. Divorce is probably more prevalent than marriage. You're fine.
Well,
You still have a chance.
Have you
yeah,
been
you know,
Have you been married before, Connor?
Yeah, you're getting
not
that.
in this country.
I would doubt that. So, what would his name be if you had your number one choice?
Dan.
That was good. That was quick because I know Connor's not a homosexual man. Not like there's anything wrong with that. CJ, you have anything else for Connor? Because I'm not really getting much out of him.
I don't, but you know,
It was
glad.
nice that he called.
I heard you wreck
I'm a little
Dan's
tired
house.
today.
Way to go on that front.
Yeah, it was a mess. I will say, Connor, so that the 3 days that I asked you to do dishes, you did great at the very end. He did half of the dirty dishes before he left. Not all of them. Half of them.
Well, were half of them yours?
I don't care if they're mine. He's in my house for free. But that was like, you could pay rent or you could do the dishes. And I got half the dishes done. So should charge him like half the rent.
You're probably not going to get that.
I'm not
either.
going to get that either.
I was gonna do them before I left, but then I literally had to run. But I tried to do some.
So he's
I
not
thought of you, Dan.
denying it.
Knocked out a bit of it.
Uh,
I thought about you.
yeah, I'm sure you did.
I'm
Anyway.
bringing you bagels.
You have bagels here?
No, but I'm bringing you bagels.
Oh, he's coming back. This is him telling me he's coming back.
Nice. And he'll bring
Not
them back
today,
while you're away.
But I'm gonna
and
bring
eat
you
the
back
bagels.
bagels when I come
Not
see
today, but he'll be here like 12:15 at night.
you.
Like I'll wake up and he'll be on my sofa.
Your midnight bagels are here.
Well,
So-
today's over, so I guess not tonight or in my.
Anyway,
You
I live
never,
it's hard to plan with
you
this
never
guy.
know with
You know, I got a
Connor.
girlfriend. I'm like, it's nice. It will be nice to have some like heads up.
I wouldn't tell your fans that you got a girlfriend.
No, I've been
because-
telling everybody. I don't give a crap.
That was part of the discussion last week. It's out there. It's too late.
Well, it doesn't mean I have to stay with her. No,
It doesn't, but you said it.
Poor Lauren. She's good. She's really good. I've been with her for like 3 or 4 years, and it's off and on, and it's good. We're both like, do we really have to? It takes work.
It does.
It's like easier to not do it.
Relationships are difficult.
It is. It's like, but I love every minute I'm with her, but it's like,
Don't lie.
no, it's
There's
literally
definitely minutes where you're like, shut up.
no, not at all. I swear to God, that's why I'm still with her. It's the getting. I have to leave the house now, But like as soon as I get in the car, I'm like, well, I should be doing something anyway,
Yeah. Date nights are fun, man.
And then her birthday's coming up. I'm like, gotta buy something. I liked it when we were half dating, not together.
Friends with bennies.
Yeah, be like, her birthday's coming. I'm not talking to her for 2 weeks. That's the way to do it. If anyone's taking notes.
Yeah. Whenever you have a girlfriend that has a birthday, just go ahead and ignore her for a while.
No,
They love that.
I can't do it because we officially.
It's the best way to end the relationship.
So Connor, the show that we're promoting today, Mickey Cucchiella, Hanover, PA,
Church of the Satire.
the Church of Satire Comedy,
Satire.
something like that. Look it up. It's
I
fun.
bet if you put Church of
You're gonna
Satire
Hanover?
Hanover, you're going to find the place.
So I did find out how we got listeners in Ghana.
Oh,
Yes, you want me to tell you?
yeah.
So Megan,
Did you hear from someone in Ghana?
I have. I'm asking people. I'm like, holy crap! How does Ghana get me right? And I'm
I
telling.
had Ghana once.
I have pills for that. I think it's a cream. I'm not sure. So I'm asking people. So Megan, our insurance agent
Right.
that was on, she said that she told one of her neighbors who has family in Ghana.
Oh, I'm sure they loved it.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they love it even more with you making fun of them.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea what Ghana's like. I have no clue. I've never been to it. If you want to fly me out to Ghana, I'll go. Pay me. Not, you have to pay me. Just pay for the flight. I'll go.
Would you do a pod from Ghana?
I would.
A Ghana pod?
I would do it. I would do a Ghana pod.
Nice.
A Ghana pod. She sounds hot.
You look like you would either be murdered or revered. I'm not sure which one.
You get murdered in Ghana? I thought only the United States had guns.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Is it true that United Kingdom and stuff, like all these places, they don't have guns, they don't have that many murders?
People have guns, but the cops can't.
They get stabbed, man.
The cops can't carry guns, though.
They still die. You just get a different way.
Stabbed, beaten with a stick.
Yeah, you have to have knife permits over there.
Yes.
It's pretty serious, actually.
No freedom like you have here.
Freedom to get pulled over for looking at a police officer. I turned my head. I'm sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do that. Oh, you're searching my vehicle. That's what I wanted. Great.
I think it's important to always kind of see the fact that knives are arguably more dangerous than guns in a lot of ways.
That's not true. It's literally per fact. That is not true. Knives are not more dangerous.
Look at the number of knife deaths.
In what,
globally.
the U.S. or in?
Let's look globally.
You can't do it globally. That throws the numbers off because there's only a few countries that allow
their citizens
to have guns. So if you look worldwide, you can't do a comparison, right, Connor?
You can do a lot more damage from distance.
He's doing research
with a gun.
Hey, Nick, look that up. Oh, Nick's not here. Let's discuss that. Nick's not here. He actually did have another great excuse tonight.
He had another podcast.
I would be so mad. It's like that's the only way he can really cheat on me is go to another podcast. I'll be so pissed if I'm like going through Nate Land and he's like, "Hey, yeah, it's Nick from just don't say where I'm from. I'm Nick, from the podcast."
Is Nate Land the guy that did the rock and roll, like the rock and roll backstories and stuff?
Nate Land podcast. I don't know much about their background. I do know I've listened to a few of their episodes just kind of for, as Nick would say,
research.
Yeah, research, continuity, see what's going on. See if we're on the same pulse kind of thing. And yeah, everybody does things a little bit different. I'm still listening to Sarah Silverman podcast occasionally. It's a lot of transsexual talk on there.
We're
it's
never,
a little weird.
Well, and not that I have an issue with transsexual talk, but we're never going to hit the same notes that Sarah Silverman is.
Oh,
Come
man,
on, you can't try to be like.
I get tingly just hearing her voice. She's great. Yeah, I remember I was listening to Sarah Silverman podcast on the first floor. Connor's in the basement. He walks up the steps, and I had it on the big speakers, and he was like, "Yeah, I was wondering why I was getting hard." Right, Connor? He said that.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the
He's
number
not listening.
Connor's like, I didn't say that.
He said that. He did. It was like one of the best.
He's looking up knife murders.
Because her voice is great. She's cute, bubbly, and just her voice goes way up and down. Very pleasant to listen to. Unlike ours. Unlike our bassies. I don't, Connor. Do it. Go ahead, Connor.
Do you know that over 10,000 people in India were murdered by knives in 2022? Isn't that crazy?
How many people were murdered by guns in the U.S. in 2022?
7,534.
Okay, now think of there's 3 times the people. Density? There's 3 times the people in India that there are here. So
there's a lot.
Multiply 7,500 by 3. That gets us up to like 2,300 or 23,000.
23,000 per capita.
So I think we're still talking guns being more dangerous.
Yeah. See, Connor, you can't throw us off. We had feminists talk about that earlier. They wouldn't release how many hours they were working. They wanted fair wages, but they weren't making the same as men. But they would never release the documents that said how many hours they worked. They were just saying we're not making enough money, and they're like, yeah, but like you're working 22 hours. The men are working 40. There's a problem, and they wouldn't let them bring it up. That it was funny. Go ahead. What were you saying, Connor?
Well, in the country of South Africa, which has 50 million people, they had even more knife deaths than India.
Wow. Okay. I'm more willing to take you up on that.
Surprisingly, Russia had a fair amount of knife deaths, but not. It's nothing crazy in like per capita population.
How many people have died in Ukraine in the past year?
Oh Jesus, dude!
I don't think that's actually a known thing. I think that
war deaths don't count, Dan.
Why, that's so stupid. Every death matters.
Actually,
War deaths matter.
You should. There's
they
this
count
organization that is literally just like devoted to like saying whether or not this person is dead or not. Like they go out, they try and like
find
investigate. They try to see if somebody actually died. There's a lot of like body discoveries and everything else like that. It's actually a pretty serious thing because you have no idea necessarily what happens to a lot of these different people.
Right.
So
they could be in a bunker somewhere or, dead.
There's a lot of good YouTube videos. There's actually a channel of guys in, I don't know if it's still around or not, but it was guys that were in Ukraine in the trenches, and they're videotaping themselves, like loading the weapons. They're like, this is how, and they're gonna like showing some of what they're doing, but it's all they're in a hole. But they're all taking turns, resupplying themselves with ammo and passing stuff to the guys. And there's people that are they're being attacked, and they're sitting there videotaping it, and just nonchalantly, like this is what they do. That's 24/7. It's just people are coming at them. They're defending their walls. They're defending their
country.
But yeah, their border. And then moving in, and it was insane. They actually go not just in the trenches, but they were walking through the trenches, and they had blurred outs on bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, to see it happening was they're walking over top of bodies, like just every 2 or 3 foot there's a body.
It's a weird thing that you probably just get used to in situations like that.
Why? I mean, they can't just.
I think it's important to remember that a lot of the warfare that's being practiced by Russia, or at least back during the early days of the invasion, was mining an area that they had already captured. So that way that they knew where they could their exit and egress points would be. That way they didn't have to go back over the mines themselves. And so part of it was road demolition and everything else. And that's just a defensive tactic. But the point is that a lot of these places were just open fields. There was no direct
trees
line.
And they were just trees. Yeah, they would wipe out trees and make areas.
I think the idea that what I'm trying to say is that there was no naturally set front. There was a lot of gray areas, and then a lot of fighting along the lines. But people, and additionally, the number of people who volunteered to fight, who went out to Ukraine, did everything else like that, people don't know how many people like that have died, such as the foreign legions from different various countries. Nobody knows how many of them have actually died. And then there's also the fact that there's a mass exodus of most civilian populations out of the villages that were being captured,
women and children, and
a lot of it is where there's claims, at least, that a lot of people are being taken back to Russia, and not all of them, obviously, but there's. I think it's
Ukraine captures guys and keeps and feeds them and takes them back into Russia. Ukraine. I've seen on the videos, at least the propaganda, whatever, I don't know. But from what I believe that I saw was true, that if a Russian comes in and is surrendering, they're you can surrender, it's fine. We're not just going to kill you. Just put your crap down. Come on, and we'll get you on the truck and get you back, man.
They'll give them a new gun on the other side.
I think
come back.
I think
they
one
seem
of the
dumber.
Best things,
The Russians people, they seem dumb. They're not trained.
Well,
they're not dumb, but here's what I will say.
I will say untrained.
One of my favorite things that they ever did was they had about 10 or 20 of like these captured Russian dudes who might have known some information. And so they had Zelensky get on there, and Zelensky came in and it was total propaganda. They definitely he didn't do the interviewing directly or whatever. He just showed up for the photo op. But before they aired, they wanted to show that these people were still living in good condition and everything else. They had them call their parents and their families back in Russia. They said, call them. And so, like, because there's this different mentality when you take a person who's, like, going out there to fight and kill and do everything else.
Oh, yeah. Humility.
You have to show them, like, it's a reminder, like, if you mess up here, you may never see your family again, kind of deal.
Right. This might be your last chance.
That might be more worth doing than waterboarding or, are you saying that that's a good tactic?
Yeah, I think it was incredibly impressive because basically what they got these guys doing on camera was crying and weeping about like their families and how much like they're like they wish that they could live or they wish that they like go back. Well,
now we have to do a test next time Connor comes here. Waterboarding to see if we can get him to say his age.
Or make him call his parents.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Which one's first?
Waterboarding.
Waterboarding first.
Definitely, because it's going to work.
You might get his age out of him.
Yeah, right. What's my age again? Come on, this is a comedy podcast. We talk about death.
I'm actually into that, Dan. Like,
I'm sure you would.
I'm not sure.
You've never been waterboarded. Sure. There's no way. They say it's like you feel like you're dying,
drowning.
It's like drowning.
It's insane. Hey, I almost died over the weekend.
Oh, well, that's a topic you should have brought up earlier on.
So I'm on the 2 jet skis. It's me and Lauren. We're out.
Okay, I thought you were riding both.
I was not riding both, but I haven't had them out for a while, and so I replaced one of the jets, and I did what the manufacturer said, and I didn't slather it with goo before I put the jet on. Everyone on the internet, it was like a mixed view. Some guys some
say more goo, some say less.
Some less goo. I say I normally go more, but like if you have to remove the jet, it's really hard to get it back off when you goo it up. With glue.
I find goo helps me get it off.
Oh, okay. I can understand that. So, it's like a marine glue. It's really, really good stuff. It's
glue, not goo.
I call everything goo.
Okay.
All the
but
goo.
It's glue.
It's glue.
Okay.
It's goo because it's like you get it all over you, and you're like, oh my god, this freaking goo.
Then you need some goo gone.
You need goo gone. So anyway, I put the jet back on, and I didn't goo it all up, and I put it on like the way the manufacturer said to do it, and it's a brand new jet. So. That's the ski that I was on, was the one with the replaced jet. The other one's been doing pretty good. So, Lauren, we get out there, and this is slow, no wake zone. So I'm going super slow, and the skis naturally shed water at full blast. Like if there's water inside, it shoots it out the back. It's Bernoulli's principle. It goes out the back. So we're going slow, no wake for like 15, 20 minutes. We're taking on a little bit of water. And by the time it came out to the deep water, where I told Lauren, just go ahead, and I'll meet you out there. My ski wouldn't go because I had too much water in it. So I am slowly sinking, and it's getting worse and getting worse. And I waved Lauren over, say, "Come back here,
save me,
come save me." And that was her words, that she came to save me, as if I'm not wearing a life jacket. But like it was kind of getting scary because like you're on a vessel and it's not stable.
And you don't want it to be at the bottom of the water.
You don't want it there.
Water
I was, and I swear to goodness, like at the end of the story. I'm not lying about this. I was ready to let both of them go, but so we're not to the crazy part yet. So she comes up to me and we were like, well, we got a hook. I said, I'm sinking. And she was like, what? And I said, I'm sinking. And she's like, what? I said, I'm sinking. She's like, don't yell at me. I'm like, oh my God, whatever.
Remember that when you said you love every minute? That's the shit I'm talking about, right?
Don't yell at me. I'm sorry. You couldn't over the 2 engines. Anyway, so I said, no, I need you to pull me to shore the closest possible. So she comes towards the front of my boat, the little jet ski, and she does a turn. She does a turn. I love this part. Yeah, she does a turn and flips it over.
Oh no, she flipped hers?
She flipped hers over. So now we got
shit.
It's still running upside down, which I don't even know how that happens, but it's still running. And
does it have that thing where
it was hanging? Yeah, and eventually I told her to walk away, get away from the ski, swim away.
Okay.
Because it'll pop off, like the pull cord.
Mm-hmm.
So it did shut off eventually, but now we're both, panicking.
Two
skis down.
vessels that are not working.
There's nobody around at this moment. I don't know where everyone was. They're all gone.
Was it dark out?
No, it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
We still had light.
Yeah, and it rained earlier, so everyone has gone in. Like everyone was out, they went in, and they were just like, they're done for the day. So either way, so we get her ski to turn back over. You know, there's a certain way you got to flip it so it doesn't waterlog itself. Got it, and we got it to start back up, and it got her on it, but it wasn't running well. It was just whatever. It was just not opening up, and but we were able to putt and hook up ropes and tow back to a marina.
Okay,
a marina, not the marina where my trailer is.
Shit.
Yeah, we're like 5 miles away.
It was the closest marina to where you were.
Closest land. I was ready to put them on rocks. I was ready to hook up a rope to a rock and just find someone to winch these sinkers into the, so or like secure them and come back with a boat or something, whatever. But the plan wasn't there. So we pulled up to this marina, and it's a locked gate marina. So we can't even like walk out of this thing. We can't. And we had one phone. She fell over. Somehow her phone's in her hand. She held it up like it was a beer. Like when you fall in the water, I still saved my beer. She's holding her phone up.
Keep it dry.
It didn't stay dry. So I call for backup. I called Brendan, our criminal defense lawyer, attorney guy.
Maybe he has a key to this place.
He didn't have a key, but we were able to find people working on their boats and get codes to get out. But this is like a 4 or 5 hour ordeal now. So we have to get a ride back to the other dock, come back, get into this thing at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, pick up the skis, whatever, get back home. Now it was a flustered. The whole feeling of unsettling and unease was there.
Just dealing with all of that bullshit.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But I mean, the jet skis are fun, but like.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like
a blast.
I know. CJ, you want to go on the jet ski? We've been working on the boat so much that I did not double check the skis and do all this. I didn't do
Do you feel if there was more goo on the jet that you could put in, it would have not had the same issue?
It's either a neoprene gasket. It's a neoprene gasket, which is like a swimsuit or swim wetsuit material. That's a circle. Or you do the neoprene thing covered in goo. I think that's the idea.
Got the goo.
So it's going to be gooed up. It just takes another 3 hours of playing with it, and then I'll try it again.
Fine.
So I don't know.
Next time will be better.
I say that every time we go out, there's always some big freaking mess. By next year, you guys are going to hear the podcast. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be like, yeah, we were out boating and no problems. But
haven't been there yet.
Not yet. CJ's like, I'm not going.
I'm not going. Yeah, you're right.
Your wife will come out, but you won't.
She won't. I mean, she can if she wants. I'm not going to tell her not to. She won't.
Yeah. So, anything happen in your life, CJ?
I'm going on vacation.
Wow. Are you not podcasting next week?
Next week I won't be around.
You're going to go see the Disco Bigots?
You could call me in if you want. I'm not going to see the Disco Biscuits. I'm going to see Fish. But around 7 o'clock.
Big fish?
No, just Fish. Around 7 o'clock, if you want to do the podcast, you could call in.
It'll just be me here because Nick doesn't know how to show up anymore.
Once the music starts, I'm going to not be done, but before music starts, I'd be willing to talk if you want to. Tell you how the show or how the festival grounds are and all
music
that.
Like this music?
Just like that.
It probably sounds like that.
Sounds nothing like that.
Tiki 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 tiki.
It's more proggy.
Fish is different. What does that sound like?
Fish is like a prog rock jam band. You've listened to some Fish over at my fire pit nights.
No,
you're never gonna get anything that sounds like you don't have the
no.
How about boom 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 boom. Nah, you ain't got it. His bass.
I'm not a bass player.
His bass is much more dynamic.
I'm sure
it's
he's way better.
It's not just cycles.
Yeah.
Like that.
You're gonna be listening to it and be like, "That was what Dan was playing."
If he plays that,
Most music is very repetitive.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even
Especially the discos.
Think about choruses. You're just singing the same fucking thing over and over again.
I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Repeat 8
wanna
times.
rock it. No, so we played that song live at the Hard Rock once. I was wearing no shirt. I guess I wasn't wearing a shirt and leather
Were you
pants.
wearing makeup?
I wasn't doing makeup, but I had a wig on, and everybody else in the band was wearing their stuff. So we played the I Want to Rock and Roll All Night song, and I was like, how many times do they say it? It's like 38 times or something. It was like that just goes and goes.
I did some karaoke this last weekend, and I did Friends in Low Places.
Well,
He
got friends.
He says that
in
shit like
low
12 times.
places
12 times at the end of that song. It's like, shut up, dude.
Where the whiskey dry and the beer chases my blues away.
I love Garth Brooks. I think Garth Brooks is one of the best
And
ever.
now
He is definitely one of the best country artists of all time. I'll give you that. I also really enjoy Garth Brooks, and I was living in Texas during his big his big times. You know, when
he got time.
Rodeo, well, all his big jams came out. There he hasn't.
Yeah.
What's the last new song Garth Brooks put out? You know,
There's a trivia question for you.
yeah, I couldn't answer it either.
I don't know, but I know that he is super popular. Like he's one of.
Can anybody name? I'll give you a trivia question. Can anybody name his alter ego who he put an album out under that name?
There is one.
So.
There is Chris.
Actually, I didn't know
Chris
that.
Gaines.
Is that really?
Yeah, is his rock and roll alter ego as opposed to country.
I was going to say Chris Stapleton.
No, Chris Gaines.
Why would he do that?
Because he wanted to put out a rock and roll album instead of a country album, and he didn't want Garth Brooks to drive it, like the name.
Did
to
he wear
drive it.
a mask like Slipknot?
No, but he did cut his hair all emo-y for it.
Gay.
Yeah, he looks weird.
How did this sound? What's your opinion on
I
it?
never listened to it.
Okay.
Just,
I've heard the word Chris
I
Gaines before.
I worked at a record store when it came out, though. And
So like, did he play live, or did he just put an album out?
I'm pretty sure he toured once for the album,
and nobody was like,
It-
that's Garth Brooks.
No, everybody knew it was Garth
Okay,
Brooks.
okay.
Everybody knew it was him.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
So we didn't get Nick this podcast. We did get Connor.
we did. Thanks
That's
for
right.
thanks for talking to us, Connor.
I love talking to you guys.
I saw you call, and I was like, well, last time we called you, and you were like, no, I can't do this, and hung up. So
He was in a bar that time,
no, actually,
That's exactly right.
I did.
which, if we can surmise, means he's older than 21.
Oh, we got something. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, good one, CJ. Haha. Good one, Connor, in your face. In your face. Connor, we're going to play you out.
All right, play me out.
Do you want anything? You want to add anything?
Got anything to promote?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love, Dan.
Pizza and wings.
Pizza and love.
Pizza and love.
Well, it was who's the drummer from I should know this, from the Beatles? Ringo.
Ringo Starr.
He
That's the best drummer ever.
no, it's not. So
Who was the first drummer of the Beatles?
Ringo.
No.
Ringo Starr.
No.
Star Ringo.
No.
John
Garth
Lennon.
Brooks.
Pete Best.
I have heard that name before. So there was a thing where Ringo was getting too much fan mail. So he was like,
Ringo?
yeah. So he was like, he put out like a public address thing. It was like, if anybody sends me mail, it will not be opened. Peace and love. Peace and love. I will not open any fan mail. So please stop sending it. It was like just, I guess there might have been something that prompted. And that would make me want to send more fan mail.
If you just have, thousands of pounds of
It was
mail
like
being
bags.
delivered to you.
It was
exactly.
huge
It's
bags
like,
of mail.
I'm just going to burn this.
Like somebody got hurt in their family or something, and everyone was like sending their, wishes.
And it's like, I don't get the mail I need to see. I haven't gotten a bill that's in
he's
the
like-
bottom of that bag over there.
He's like, I don't know how to pay my bills. I can't sort all this crap.
Because people had to pay bills by mail in the 1960s and 70s.
Yeah, but this was like 2010.
Oh, okay. So he is still one of the only.
Peace and
He's
love,
one of
peace
two.
and love.
One of two surviving Beatles. So
Yeah, Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney.
McCartney, who recently, within the past year,
He died?
played Camden Yards.
Oh, he played Camden Yards. Yeah, I saw him. That was a lot of makeup.
I'm
lot of
sure.
makeup.
I mean, these guys are damn near 80 years old.
Something. I mean, he sounded amazing. His voice was.
He sounds old, but it's still pretty damn amazing that he can still do it.
It was crackly, but he hit all the notes.
And he's putting on 3.5-hour shows.
That's like being a NASCAR driver. Like, you don't have to. Just keep it in the circle, buddy. Just keep it in the circle.
Right.
Keep the notes going. You don't have to be fast. But, yeah, so Whistling Diesel. Currently, I'm going to do
Cybertrucks suck.
It was Cybertruck durability test 1. What?
Are you playing me out, or am I still in?
No, we're playing you out. I like the slow burn. We're still at 14 million views. I guess it wouldn't have updated because it's on the millions of counts.
Right. It's not going to update till it's at 15
Gosh,
million.
Darn it. That's a lot of views.
That's a shit ton for 6 days.
6 days. I don't know if I've ever seen.
Does
that.
every view count? Like if you watch it 3 times, does that count as 3
I think
views?
it's unique viewers.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've done tests on our videos, and I'll watch it, and then I'll watch my video or my YouTube things.
There's no way you should be able to watch your own YouTubes and have them count.
It counts as 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but then I'll go back later on at like 2 a.m. and I'll hit the button and watch it again for like 30 to 60 seconds because that's all it takes, and then it's still at the same. And I'm like, yeah. So I think it is all unique viewers. So 14 million people. I wonder what the stats are of other videos that actually mattered, like the presidential debates or whatever, all that stuff. But I guess that's on a different network. And
hey, what's her name? The Kamala and Walls had a big one in Philly a couple days ago, I think.
I'm going to do a story. Connor, how many do you think Camille, how do I spell that?
Kamala.
Wow, I started wrong already.
Kamala.
L.A. Camilla.
And put Philly.
Yeah. I want to see, Connor, what's your guess on how many views Camilla Harris had?
You keep saying Camilla. It's Kamala.
Kamala. I see. Well, I've never even seen it.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Yeah.
God, that's hard.
Kamala.
I mean, that's a good question.
How many?
Kamala.
I mean, do people even care about the election anymore?
I don't know, but this was. I
think people do care about the election.
2 days ago. What? So, how many views do you think they have from 2 days ago on YouTube?
2 days ago, I'd probably put it at like 5 million.
778,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Not even 1 million.
Wow. People care more about
Whistling Diesel.
Cybertruck sucking.
Yeah. I mean, well, there was a lot of effort that goes into that video.
There is.
I mean, what you're seeing is probably 3-4 weeks of efforts, $10,000 worth of money spent. You know, like when you see like the Mr. Beast videos or something where they're like setting off 700,000 fireworks all at once kind of thing. That's a lot of effort.
It is.
And then these idiots are just standing on the stage going, I'm going to try not to fart. Okay, good. And then that's it.
That might get more views, to tell you the truth.
I would watch it. Connor, did you
hear what she said? Try not to fart.
Kamala Harris farted, and you see her eyebrows lift when it happens, and you're like, that had to have been her, right? You would watch that. Connor would see it.
I think everybody would tune in.
I would see it.
Toot in.
Toot in. Toot. All right, so I'll let you guys know how the Mickey Cucchiella concert or show goes.
Yeah.
I'm going on Saturday.
And you said you're putting this out tomorrow so everybody knows to go with Friday and Saturday.
I'm going to try to get it out tonight.
In Hanover.
If we can freaking end it at some point.
Hey.
I'm just joking.
Bye, Connor.
Hey, Connor, we're going to play you out. Thank you. What? Okay.
Love you.
Bye, Connor. Bye, Connor. Good stuff. And I guess I got to hang up the phone. Connor's gone. Connor's what?
Pull the thing off of Mike.
Or just leave it on.
Make him go.
Anyway, so I mean, I'm a little upset that Nick can't make it today.
Is he going to? Oh no, you said it's just you.
He can't. I invited him.
You and Lauren going to?
It is it's
Hanover.
It's a long ride. If I can't,
it's not a long ride. It's an hour and a half, dude.
Yeah, I looked that up. That's why I was like, I'm definitely going.
Ride.
So Nick,
I go to Hanover for concerts all the time. There's a place called XL Live. It's a fantastic venue. Love it.
What's the last people you saw at XL Live? Come on, tell me.
It's the Disco Biscuits.
That's not what they're called. Big.
The Disco Biscuits.
Biscuits. You think they would be mad if I
only like bands named after food. The Disco Biscuits and Fish.
Were you Jim Gaffigan? Hot Pockets. Diarrhea Pockets. If you haven't heard the Jim Gaffigan Hot Pockets skit, you don't like comedy.
It's from like 20 years ago.
I know. You don't like comedy. You should have it half memorized. Yeah, so good stuff. I'm hoping that next week we get.
Next week I will not be on, but
I'm
like I
hoping
said,
that Nick's here.
if you want, you can call. You can call me. I
If
will
Nick's
answer.
not here, I can't. That's they took the jack, the 16-inch,
Who's
like
that?
the Samsung. Oh
yeah.
So I got a new phone, and my last phone would plug in the bottom with a
Yeah,
16-inch jack.
You know what you got to do?
They don't. I'm like, I got the same phone.
Get a Bluetooth receiver over here.
Oh, that's easy. It's horseshit. It's just horseshit. It's a really good idea, CJ, and I will do that.
That's probably your easiest bet.
Yeah, it's just going to have latency, just a tiny bit. Although the Bluetooth I have for the house system has almost zero latency, unless it's a latency is a
I understand
blip.
But yeah,
Screw you, engineers. It's a blip. The elves that edit. Wow, that one really gets it. That one really gets it.
Pop.
Stop. The anyway, yeah, the one downstairs that I use, I'll watch like a movie, and there's, you can see the people's faces, their lips moving at the same time. It's all perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, when I watch it on my phone through the Bluetooth through these big speakers, it's nearly flawless. So I'll just have to buy another one of them.
I've seen that at movie theaters sometimes. It's irritating as fuck. It's like I just paid $15 to watch this movie, and I'm hearing the words before they're saying them.
That's a mess.
Yeah, I want my money back.
You're seeing the words before you hear them.
Or
vice versa.
One way or the other.
It messes with your head. You're like, I can't focus.
The last time I saw that as a problem was I guess 2 years ago when the new Top Gun movie came out.
That's all airplanes anyway.
Yeah, but when it was talking, it was I stuck around for the plane fights. That's really what I was there for.
They're dog fights, isn't that what they call them? Dog fights?
And the gay volleyball. I think they did.
Was there gay volleyball?
Well, there's gay volleyball in part one.
What makes volleyball gay?
Oh, dude. Have you ever watched Top Gun?
Are they like banging each other?
Have you ever watched Top Gun?
I mean, I've seen the Maverick, yeah. Like
No, Top Gun, not Maverick.
It's a different...
From the 1980s.
Tom Cruise.
From the 1980s. Have you ever seen it?
I can't remember it.
No, okay, then don't worry about
but
it.
I'm just
if anybody listening knows that has seen that movie, knows there's a gay volleyball scene.
I just want to know what makes it gay.
Oh, it's because there's a song playing called "Playing with the Boys," and it's all shirtless dudes like posing for each other. It's a very gay looking.
Well, you would say it would be male featured,
but they do this. They do a similar one in Maverick, and that's the football.
So if it was a bunch of women posing for each other, would it still be gay volleyball?
If they're posing for each other, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Oh, lesbian.
What? Still gay? It's the same shit.
Well, then
I'm messing with you.
Why
CJ.
do we say LG then? Like it's
ladies,
lesbian and gay.
Lady Gaga.
It seems like when they break it up, gay is guys, guy gay, and L is lady gay, like lesbian gay.
I mean, everybody can do whatever they want. They can.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what anybody does.
You want to pray to the sun? I don't care.
As long
pray
as
to the dirt.
As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't care what you're doing.
I really don't care. Just try not to touch my leg too much.
Like your dog is right now.
Yeah, my dog loves me. Buddy is a good dog. She's a pit bull. She's on YouTube if you guys want to meet Buddy. Poor Squirrels under the
Poor Squirrels.
I've been tasked with podcast YouTube page. Thank you, CJ, for stopping by. And
glad to be here. And won't be here next week, but you can call me.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get a sound clip from Mickey Cucchiella. Like, you're listening to the I've Been Tasked with podcast when I meet him.
Right. So when we do our ad breaks, we can come back with that.
We didn't do our ad breaks. Here's our time for our advertisements, and we're back.
Yeah, that's right. And you'll have Mickey Cucchiella do that for us.
Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see. You'll hear the club in the background, but I'm just excited to see him. I get all nervous.
That's fine.
Every time I see him, every time for years.
Every time.
See him in Home Depot, I get nervous.
Don't get nervous.
We're in the tool section.
He's just a guy, dude.
I'm like, yeah, there he is. He's right there. Anyway, he is local to where I live, so that helps. All right, CJ, good stuff. See you later, man.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.